What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another How to Play. Today, we're going to be talking about Dakota Simmons' 13th place Sato deck from the Pasadena RLE. So, what we're going to do in this this video is I want to talk about Sato, as well as give a quick little snapshot of what the deck list looks like, followed by the strategies and tactics utilized inside of this list, and then lastly, we'll do a quick recap looking back at the list and talking a bit about the sideboard. So, Sato is a 6-hand size, 29 health character with played off of the order symbol this time. He says, enhance twice per turn, remove a card you don't like from your hand, your attack gains stun 1, and then you redraw that card back up. And then response, after you draw one or more cards during the during an enhanced step, this deck gets +1 damage. So, essentially, remove a card you don't like, draw a card, +1 damage, and stun 1. Feels incredible. So the deck does a couple of things. Absolutely massive draw. Constantly filtering, drawing bonus cards. The order symbol's got a ton of it. Splicing stun and utilizing that spliced stun on all of your moves in order to get bonuses. And lastly, we play incredibly long strings. Because we are constantly filtering the cards we don't like out of our hand, we kind of get to pivot in turn based on how we do. I can either build really big after a couple of attacks, or I can play really long strings, removing foundations to hopefully draw more attack cards. So, huge draw. We've got Reciprocal Extend, High Engine Kick, Calling for Backup, which are all essentially +1. And remember, every time that we draw a card, we get a bonus damage off of Sato. Not to mention, Reciprocal Extend draws a card. Well, that's a 7th card, essentially, that I get to now filter with Sato. Calling for Backup draws a card. That's an 8th card. So, like, my turn could be play Recipro, flip, calling, extendo. I've got so many cards that I get to choose from to now trigger with Sato. And with Sato giving +1 damage on every single one of these, all of these cards are just huge bombs. And then with that draw, we're getting the stun as well. Things like League Invitation and Desperate Times. If you draw, or if you have a selective of your card that you don't want, I can commit those cards down. And then cards like Making a Stand or Drowning Resentment normally don't see a ton of play, but enhance your stun attack gets +1 damage. Sato gives stun, so it's I've given it stun, I've redrawn my card, it gets a damage. Well, Making a Stand gives it an additional damage. And then lastly, Drowning Resentment. This stun attack gets +2 or -2 damage, playable while committed. An incredible tool to close out a game if necessary. And then lastly, because we're playing the kick package, the Future Now and Reciprocal Acceleration Kick feel incredible, right? I play an attack, I play an attack, I play an attack. The future is now. I'll play Reciprocal Acceleration Kick at the end of my chain, clear my card pool of those previous kicks, only have the 2 cards left. Because of all the cycling, the filtering that I've done with Sato and all the extra draw power, I could essentially take an extra turn with a Reciprocal Acceleration Kick if I have the gas to do so, and Sato is one of the characters that can certainly do that. So, taking a look at the sideboard, this deck is very, very slim, right? The one big card that I didn't talk about attack-wise is just Recipro Burst, because it's the lowest number of the deck. Kind of a, if it happens, it happens. But I think our main game plan here is I want to play as many attacks as possible. I want to go extend, High Engine Kick, Future is Now, Reciprocal Acceleration Click, clear those first 3 out, still have 3 cards in my hand, and then continue to go off. As we look at the sideboard, though, we've got triple Searing Glacial Storm in order to fight Recovery Girl, those decks that want to build huge, and then just a bunch of actions, right? 2 Blood Curdle, 2 Showdown, 3 Runaway. The blue cards are all over the place in these order decks. Some of the strongest actions in the game. When we look back at the Foundation lineup, the only thing that's like a little interesting here is like Fusion. Everything else is pretty basic order Foundation good stuff, right? Fusion being able to commit for -2 speed or +2 speed on my kicks feels very, very good. So since everything is a kick except for Jolt, but Jolt can get it because Fusion also says my mid attack. So there's that. With that said, congratulations to Dakota for your 13th place finish at the Pasadena RLE. If you like this video and you want to check out the others like it, make sure you check out the playlist here on the channel. With that said, you guys, thank you much for watching, and as always, I wish you well.